Seanpaul Reyes. I'm never disorderly. I'm never aggressive. I'm never loud.
You don't know nothing about freedom, ma'am. You guys know your own rules. No one's talking to you, sir. Mind your business. Mind your business, please. We're journalists, idiot.
You and your friend are going to jail.
Please don't take me to jail, bro. Please, I am begging you.
We're stepping up, man. Did she lock us in here? Man, this lady just locked us inside of a vault. God.
On today's Florida Roundup.
I'm gonna keep my hands visible for you because you look like you're ready
black shorts,
to do something real stupid.
Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's Florida Roundup with Sheriff Wyatt A. Moron. Want to welcome you back or welcome you for the first time or the second time. However you found your way here, I do appreciate you. Hope my channel continue to grow by watching my videos, commenting on my videos, sharing my videos. Take that there like button, like it, dislike it. Frame it for being a horse thief. Whatever tickles your fancy. Today we taking another look at this pudgy little girdle wearer. Goes by Seanpaul Reyes. Channel name Long Island Outits. He seems to be very comfortable wearing handcuffs. I don't know, he finds his way into them very often. I'm not sure what's going on here. Either he just really likes them or he doesn't know the law. I'm not sure which one. But anyway, he shows up at a correctional facility thinking he can just wander around wherever he wants. Accuses the police of not having a sign. But oh Lord, he's going to have some major egg on his face when they walk him and show us something very interesting. Anyway, enough of me yapping. Let's round this up a frauditor.
Hey, what's up guys? Long Island Audit here. Back again with another video. Today we're at the Pearl River County Correctional Facility here in the state of Mississippi. We are here today as always to peacefully exercise our First Amendment right to film in public and publicly accessible areas, to promote transparency and accountability within our government, and to ensure that our public servants recognize our rights and treat us with respect. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so let's take a look around the facility here. The Pearl River County Sheriff's Office, Sheriff David Allison. So as you would expect for a correctional facility, there are lots and lots of friendly reminders that the government is always watching and recording us every time we are in public. But it always seems to be an issue when we record them.
There this idiot goes again with his old, the government's watching you baloney. Of course there's cameras at a correctional facility. What do you think would happen if they took him away? Man, that facility would fall faster than Seanpaul's girdle the second he walks through the door. Not a single government employee in there would make it out alive. Come on, use your head, son. At this point, I blame his old fondlers for not being able to figure that one out. And of course, they're going to limit video in this area. Boy, people casing the joint to find out weak spots in security, find out how to sneak in contraband. Ooh, they would love to take some time with a video cameras figuring that stuff out.
Let's hope that's not the case here today. Reserved for Sheriff, Chief Deputy, Patrol Commander, Chief Investigator. He's the only one that seems to be inside. Again, we want to be on the lookout for any restricted area signs or no trespassing signs, because our goal is to never break the law. This is not our intention whatsoever. We have a sally port here. Our goal is to peacefully exercise our First Amendment right. That's why we say that every single time in the beginning of the video. It's important to remember that.
You know my intent is to never break the law. And somehow I manage not to get cuffed every other day. What the hell's your excuse?
So we have corrections transport vehicles over here. We have a trailer over here. Doesn't look like it's being currently used. Hey, how are you? Excuse me?
Who are you with?
Oh, I'm not with anybody. I'm by myself.
What are you doing over here?
Can I get your name and badge number, please?
Lieutenant Smith, PR 19. This is a restricted area. You can't be back here.
How is this a restricted area?
There's a sign right there on that parking lot that says anything beyond that point's a restricted area.
Can you show it to me? I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Come show it to
You
me.
have any form of ID on you?
Well, let me see the sign first.
You
Because
got any
there wasn't
weapons
any
on you?
signs.
Right now you're in a restricted area. You ain't
There's no
supposed to be here.
sign.
Yes, there is a sign.
There is no sign. It's all on camera. There's
Do
no
me a
sign.
favor. Step over to this car for me.
Step over to the car?
Yes.
For
step
what?
Over to the car. 19 Central.
Am I being detained?
Right now you are.
For what purpose? What
Step
law?
over to
For
the
what
car.
law? What law did I break, Lieutenant?
Step over to the car.
What law did I break, Lieutenant?
19 Central. I'll be back
I'm
behind
gonna keep
the
my
jail
hands
aisle in a
visible for
white
you because
male,
you look like
black
you're
shirt,
ready
black shorts, walking
to
around
do
with a
something
cell
real
phone.
stupid.
All right, so tell me something. Saying he gonna do something stupid, do you think that escalates the situation or de-escalates the situation? Which one, you moron?
So
Step
what?
over to
Can you
the
tell me
car.
what law? Can you articulate what law?
You're in a restricted area on a correctional facility.
That's not a breaking a law. This is not a restricted area, sir.
Yes, you're trespassing.
So there's
criminal
no sign.
trespassing.
You have to
Step
know.
over to the car.
You have to know.
Step over
Calm
to the
down.
car.
Calm down, Lieutenant.
Oh, I'd say he's been awfully calm in the face of your stupidity.
Step over to the car.
Calm down,
please.
Lieutenant.
Step over to
Let's
the car.
de-escalate
place
a
your
little
hands-
bit.
Place
Let's
your hands on the
de-escalate.
hood.
What?
Place
What are
your
you gonna
hands
search
on the
me?
hood. I
What?
don't know who you are.
You can't
until
search
I
me.
figure- I'm not
I don't
trying to search
consent.
you.
I don't consent to
Put
searches
your
or
hands
seizures.
on the hood of the car.
But for what?
Put your hands on the hood of the car.
I'm not a threat to you. I'm an independent journalist. My name is Sean. I'm here
you're
working
in a
on a
restricted
story.
area until I figure out who you are. Right now, you're being detained. Until I figure out who you are, you're being detained.
So you're gonna put my I'm not doing anything. I'm trying to give you my other hand. So relax. I'm trying to give you my other hand because you're obviously scared of a man with a camera. I don't understand what's the big deal.
You're not doing what I asked you to do, so you're being detained.
What would you want me to do? I'm not breaking any laws. There is no sign. Go get me your supervisor, Lieutenant, please.
Oh boy. Nothing makes me laugh harder than these frauditors. Once they get detained, they start demanding a supervisor. Shut the hell up, boy. You're under arrest.
This is ridiculous. Go get me your supervisor, please, Lieutenant.
You have any form of state ID or driver's license?
Sir, I don't consent to any searches or seizures. I haven't broken any laws. I'm engaged in a constitutionally protected activity. I'm talking to you. I'm in handcuffs. Why are you still scared of me, grabbing onto me, shaking? Come
Spread
on.
your feet for me.
I don't consent to searches or seizures, sir.
Spread your feet for
Why are you so scared for? I don't have any weapons. That's obviously not a
me. You
weapon.
have an ID in your wallet?
Don't grab anything in my wallet. I don't consent to any searches or seizures, please. I don't. You're violating my
19
constitutional rights right now.
I'm 10-2. I've got one detained.
There's no reason for you to be treating me this way. You guys don't learn de-escalation here in the sheriff's office? Look, I have no weapons. I'm not breaking any laws. This is not a restricted area. There is no signage.
You have any form of state
This
ID?
is
or driver's
unlawful
license?
detainment. You have me
Let me
handcuffed.
ask you this: which way did you come in?
I came in right through the right through that way.
We doggies. I do like this police officer. He already explained to Sean he's in a restricted area and he's being detained. Seanpaul don't agree, but guess what? He don't need your agreement, son. You sit there and you take your medicine. He's done talking about it.
Okay, let's walk back there and go look.
Yeah. Can you not touch my phone?
I'm just gonna bring it with us.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna turn it
Thank
off.
you.
You good?
Okay, cool.
You good?
Can we walk exactly where I came in? I can show you because I would never break the law.
Walk right over here for me.
Watch your step.
Read that sign for me.
All right, well, I walked up to the park. I walked on the sidewalk. I walked on the sidewalk. I would never pass a restricted area sign.
We're lucky to have officers like Lieutenant Smith out there protecting us. This guy's nice and patient. He didn't engage when he knew Seanpaul was just trying to get under his skin. He just bided his time, let LIA vent. Then calmly took him, showed him the sign showing he's right. And he did not even bother to sit here and rub it in Seanpaul's face. Just had a nice little laugh with him. Oh boy, that's more class than I could have mustered in that point.
Everything back here is restricted.
Well, it wasn't intentional. I didn't see it. I walked on the sidewalk.
Come on, let's talk. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Gentlemen, he's got all day, okay?
Yep.
Okay.
You got your card. I need mine. Now you're
I
good.
appreciate it now. I wish we had that earlier. We can step right in.
That I saw.
Step in there.
You all right if he's in the front?
That's fine. Yeah, you put it in front. Matter of fact, you can take them off if you want to.
All right, good.
How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Could be better. I wish I would have saw your sign. I wish I would have saw it. It's more in the parking lot where people are driving. I wasn't. That's the thing. I'm not driving. I'm on the sidewalk.
It's there. It's been there. We keep that there all the time.
All right, you can take a seat.
Are you supervisor, sir?
I am.
Can I? What's your name? My name is Sean.
My name is Rob Williams.
Rob Williams.
Yeah.
My name is Sean, sir.
Okay.
I'm just an independent journalist. I'm working on a story here in the at the correctional facility here, and I didn't see any restricted area signs. That's all.
Okay.
That's really it. Okay. And I could even show you the video. You wouldn't see it on video either because I walked right on the sidewalk, and you wasn't even thinking about looking that way.
Yeah, but it is. Everything's back there restricted. And we don't mind you going back there. You can do what you want to, but just you got to have an escort.
Yeah.
Once
I would have
passed that point.
Yeah. I was just looking. I thought it was interesting because I saw a bunch of.
The issues is we've got a trustee dorm back there, and if people are allowed to walk around there, they can sneak in contraband and.
Gotcha. I could understand that. I could understand that 100%. That's not my intention. I saw the vehicles back there, and I wanted to take some pictures of them.
Ooh, there's not much back there.
Yeah. No, I went all the way back there, and I was like, yeah, there's nothing else, and I was actually on my way back when this lieutenant here approached me. But yeah. So sorry about that. I didn't mean to go across the restricted area signs. I even say it while I'm documenting because I want to make sure that I'm not breaking any laws. I don't want to go into any restricted area signs. Again, the sidewalk, it was very misleading because I'm a pedestrian, so I'm walking on the sidewalk. And there's nothing there. There's nothing there. It's only like if you're driving, so it would make it seem more like, don't drive past this point, right?
Yeah. Well, we're working on right now, actually trying to get a fence put across.
Yeah,
And that's our biggest thing is we have more problems with contraband. If people get around there and not being secured, and the trustees have access to walk back and forth, and if somebody like you was to walk by there or somebody else and just throw some contraband down, as they walk through, they pick it up, and that's how it gets in the back.
Come on, Seanpaul. You know for sure they would put up a fence, or you did see the sign that you'd be the first one to say it's unconstitutional. It's up to you to protect the facility. It's a government facility, therefore it's open to the public. Blah, 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 blah. Come on.
So
gotcha.
We try to keep them separated as much as we can, just to keep the safety measures for everybody here.
Okay, I gotcha. So if anything you need from me, I tell you, my name is Sean. I'm an independent journalist. I travel the country and just check in on different correctional facilities, law enforcement agencies, government agencies, and just work on stories for those purposes, for government transparency and accountability. Okay. And again,
That was my purpose here.
Okay.
You understand the importance of being on law enforcement property. If you're confronted by law enforcement, if they request you to do something that isn't illegal, immoral, or in putting you in harm of physical injury or death, it's best to comply.
Well, I would only say
when I requested your identification to figure out who you are, who you're with, what you're doing here, you continue to kind of go back and forth, and we kind of got stagnant there for a second. When we got to that point where you weren't following my lawful orders, when I asked you to place your hands on the hood until we can get some kind of controlled position and we can get things figured out, that's where things began to escalate. That's when we had to take a step up, and I had to formally detain you in handcuffs.
Hooey, Lieutenant Smith is a gift that keeps on giving. He's right. If you get an order from a man with a badge and a gun, it's best to comply. Because even if it's not a lawful order, you're still being given an order by a man with a badge and a gun.
Because
I would just say, Lieutenant,
I didn't know what your intentions were on the property. See, is it understandable?
well, you didn't ask me for my intentions. You asked me for my identification, which I would argue my identification doesn't tell you my intentions. And that's what, and that I think asking for my identification as soon as coming in contact with me, I think that escalates the situation, because you could have just said, hey, what are you doing here? Hi, how are you? What are you doing here? And I would have explained to you, just like explained to the supervisor here, exactly what I was doing here. And yes, you said I was in a restricted area, and now that I see that sign in the parking lot, not nowhere near where I could see it, but now that I saw the sign, I can understand why you said it was a restricted area. But at the same time, I don't know that it's a restricted area. You're a law enforcement officer. My job as a citizen is to stand up for my rights. So you're telling me you're giving me lawful orders. I don't know that you're giving me lawful orders. I don't hand over identification unless, when you asked me for identification, what did I say? I said, do you suspect me of committing a crime? Right? Because my job as an independent journalist and an activist for transparency and accountability in government is to stand up for those rights, the same rights that you took an oath to uphold. So there's been many, many times, sir. Unfortunately, this is unfortunately
mishandled the wrong way.
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's been many times where I haven't been in a restricted area, and law enforcement officers such as yourself think that I'm in a restricted area or think that I'm on government property.
No, and that's
not public property.
You can come through the front of our
front
of our facility, our lobby.
But that's why I just wanted to explain to Lieutenant. That's why I responded the way I did, is because it's not necessarily about you. It's just about in general. Normally people, hey, let me get your ID. And I never understood that. It's like, what is my ID going to tell you about what I'm doing here? Or what is that? How does that help you in any way in conducting an investigation? And I don't give up my ID because that would be a Fourth Amendment violation unless I'm suspected of committing a crime.
Sorry, that's me.
Unless I'm suspected of committing a crime. So that's what I'm saying. I even told you, let's de-escalate a little bit. How am I in a restricted area? There's no signs. You know, I even told you, what did I tell you, Lieutenant? I said, hey, you said there is a sign. I said, okay, let's go walk over and look at it.
Well, I guess it's a good thing you recorded yourself. Why don't you go back and watch how many times you told him that there was no sign? Damn liar. And of course, he continues talking to Major Rob Williams and Lieutenant Smith for a little while. It's actually a civil conversation. They don't agree a little bit, but of course, LIA gonna be wrong. He keeps insisting that he was willing to go look for the sign when he just kept saying there is no sign, this is no restricted area. Go look at your own video, son.
I was in a restricted area. I just didn't know it. So I technically didn't break the law. I had to have known it. So I would like to believe that I would have been found not guilty of breaking any laws. And if you're not breaking any laws, you know, you can't be detained. And that's my whole point.
Wait, I'm not sure I follow your logic. So the police can't detain you if you ain't committing a crime. But how can they tell if you're committing a crime if they can't rightly detain you to investigate if you're committing a crime? I mean, I give up. I'm just getting tired of trying to follow your logic. Well, I can tell by that sundial it's time to say goodnight. Time to put little beans on the fire, little cactus wine on ice. And as always, cuddle up with a clean shirt and a dirty woman. So good night, I bid you adieu.